All right, now part of our project F-150, things that I bought, almost everything so far. I got some fabricated aluminum valve covers that I'm gonna clean up, and these are gonna get sprayed with that duplicolor metal cast in a blue, which will be like the blue if you notice on the air cleaner of the truck. I have an Elderbrock Performer 400 intake to go on it. I've got the performance camshaft from Elgin for this has got the RV grind that's like a 1500 to 4000 RPM low end cam, and I've got new lifters, and also with that I've got to change the valve springs, so I have the better valve springs. Comp cams double roller timing set. And then the key of the whole engine part, after I get done, is my FI Tech 4-barrel throttle body. So this has 4 injectors in it, mounts on a standard 4-barrel intake manifold, and it's all self-contained. It's got the computers already in it. And so it's pretty much a set up, ready to go item other than putting it on the truck. Comes with an oxygen sensor. Haven't opened it yet, but a cute little touch screen thing for setting it up. Of course, lots of instructions, which is good. And the other thing that I really like, well, I went with this kit because this is the kit number 36205, that I have a brand new 38-gallon fuel tank, and this is the in-tank fuel pump kit, where I will end up drilling a hole in the top of the tank, and then it comes with all the stuff to mount this in the existing tank. And then it has AN fittings for my fuel. And of course I got, pressure and return. And when I put this in the tank, which I'll do a video on that, I'll drill the hole, I have to measure the depth and then mount and cut accordingly. And of course it's got a great big sock. So yeah, I'm anxious to put this on. That it's going to go out of warranty before I get the job done. Unfortunately. And then of course I've got, when we go to my list, for the engine, of course, got the camshaft and lifters, the valve springs, my 4-barrel intake, my timing set. I have a whole bunch of new gaskets to put on the engine. And I'm also going to paint the engine. My aluminum valve covers. I've got in the truck, I've already put the gauges in, but I got to wire up the oil pressure and temperature gauges. My 38-gallon fuel tank, my FI Tech kit. I'm going to service the transmission. I've got a shift kit to install in the transmission. I'm going to swap out the 3-to-1 gears for 370-to-1 with a limited slip. I've got new motor mounts and transmission mounts. And the last crown jewel I just bought is Gear Vendor's Overdrive. That I found a used one for the C6 that came with all the wiring. I've got to buy a couple things because, like, the cable that goes from the overdrive unit to the speed sensor and then hooks onto the factory cable, it is messed up. I got to call Gear Vendors because this has the fixed yoke, and this supposedly come out of a 1992 F-350, and I think, but since I have the 2-piece drive shaft and the section that actually goes on here doesn't move, it's just bolted up, I think I can use this. But I'm gonna call and ask gear vendors, otherwise we gotta unbolt that and I gotta buy the yoke. And of course I've got new brakes to go all the way around. I have new drums, new rotors, wheel bearings, new grease seals. I got pads, shoes, all the hardware that holds the rear shoes on, new calipers, new wheel cylinders, new brake hoses, and then I may have to replace some metal lines. I'm going to inspect those, and any that are questionable, I'm going to put new on. I think the only thing I got left I got to buy is the gear set, and I'm debating on whether to go with I know I'm going with 370 gears, just mainly so I get a good hole shot when I take off. It's a matter of whether I go with a clutch pack type limited slip, or I've been looking at one that's kind of I don't know, it uses gears in it that it'll allow one wheel to still turn, but yet it forces you to more want to lock them up and turn them both. So we'll see on that. And yeah, if I ever get all this done, the last crown jewel is going to be buying some new wheels, because the wheels that are on it now are off of a 1980s Ford van. And come on, okay, come here, everybody. This is Ash. That my daughter named her Ash because when we found her and her brother Trouble that live out here in the barn, and the one up at the house, Onyx, is their mother. That when we first found her, she was laying in the ash bucket that I pulled the ashes out of the wood stove with. She had curled up, that's when she was a little kitten, when she was about like this big around. She was curled up in that sleeping. And then come to find out that was what they was using for a litter box till I actually put one out here, because I don't know how long they was in the barn before I found them. And they had another brother that we called, he was called Wild Thing, and he was extremely feral. He did not want nothing to do with nobody, and yeah, he was a handful, and he just disappeared. And then the big one here, this is Ash's brother. This is Trouble. Make sure you're getting a good view of Trouble. Yeah, I can't tell for sure. Oh, there we go. Yeah, but here's Trouble. And he's a big boy. I mean, this is my mouse-getting cat. That I took them all up. They're all, we get all the animals spayed and neutered, because all the animals around here, one way or another, a rescue animal. That, like say, Ash, Trouble, and Onyx just showed up one day. I found them out here in the barn, and I don't know how long they was here before I found them. So, but yeah, that gets you a rough idea of what my parts are I'm going to be dealing with.